Hello people! Today we're doing a set I'm calling Springtime Blues. So let's get started. I have got some medium length ovals that we're going to work on with a white base, which will have 2 coats. Now I'm really pleased with how this set came out. I almost wish I had saved this to do on my own nails, but here we are. And we had hair issues again. This set is very quick to do, and it's very easy peasy. Any skill level can do these, so do not be intimidated. If you don't have if you don't, obviously you're not going to have the exact same stickers that I used in decals, but any other ones that are flowers or whatever you want to put on will do. I just happen to have these well, I'll tell you when we get to that part. And once again, I'm fighting hairs in here. Okay, we're almost finishing up the first coat. In case you're wondering why some of my tips were natural colored and some were clear, the natural colored ones are the ones I initially bought years ago when I was just starting to do press-ons. I only buy the clear ones now. I quickly learned those natural ones do not do me any good if I wanted to do any negative space designs where I wanted it to be clear through the whole nail. So I quickly learned not to buy those anymore. So I'm just still using them up whenever I have something that I can use them with. So just finishing up here on the second coat. And we'll give those a cure. And moving on, we're going to be using the Beetles number 863. It's a really pretty blue glitter. Now I wanted to do this in one coat, so I putting it on a little bit thickly. I will go back before I cure these and add a little more to some of the first couple of these I did. It wasn't really dark enough. But we're just going to paint a section of each nail with the glitter, just wherever you feel like putting it. You don't want it to be like a real straight, smooth thing, so make some little curvy things or some dips or whatever in there. It will look better. If you want them straight, you can make them straight. It's up to you, but I wanted these to be kind of more organic looking, I guess. Now, the only difference, this being the ring finger, which I usually use as my accent nail, the only difference being for this set is going to have that longer stripe instead of the littler section. I didn't do like a real different accent nail this time like I normally do. And now I'm just going to go back over a couple of these and get my glitter to be a little bit fuller on there, because I did not want to have to do 2 coats. One, I figured it was sufficient with this. It covered pretty well. Okay, I'm going to cure those. In they go. Okay, now I've got Venalisa Mud Gel in gold glitter. We're going to use this to line the edges of the blue. And we're just going to paint a simple line on here. You can make it thin, you can make it thick, you can do however you want. I'm just kind of doing a thin-ish line. It's not super thin, but it's not real thick either. But we're just going to do that along the edge of the blue on all of them. Like I said, easy peasy. And I'm just going to scrape some of it off of my stick I used to stir up that gold glitter, or that mud gel. And we're just going to get it on there. Just paint it on along the edge. What I like about this mud gel for this glitter, for lining stuff with these, is it pulls pretty nicely, and you don't end up with a lot of thin patches where there's, where it's clear and then there's no glitter in it. So, as I said, just going to keep going with this till we get them all done. I don't know if I mentioned it to you guys, but I have opened an Etsy shop now. It doesn't have any nail stuff, so don't get too excited. But it's got all my resin stuff. Well, not all of it, but it's got some of my resin stuff in there now. I will leave a link in the description if anybody's curious and wants to see what I have in there. I mostly have necklaces in there right now, and some coasters, which I offer personalization on, and a cactus bowl. That's what I've got so far. So if any of that interests you, go over there and take a peek. If you want to give it a like, that would help me out too. And on the pinky for the last one. Oh yeah, and the best news, I forgot to say, I already had one sale. I only opened my shop late last week and I've already had a sale, so I'm super excited about that. I'm hoping this kind of stuff will be easier to sell than the nails because we don't have to worry about sizing and all the other nonsense that goes with press-on nails that people don't like. Okay, we're ready to cure those. They're all done. And in they go. Now, these stickers. I have had these stickers, like I said before, for probably about 7, 8, maybe even 10 years. I don't know. I ordered these off of Wish years ago in a big stack of decals and stickers that were together for like $3. So they've been in my sticker book for forever. I was leafing through there trying to come up with something to do for this set. And I ran across these and I thought, you know what? I'm going to use those. I could do something cool with that. So we're going to do these decals in an assembly line way. So I'm going to put it on the stamper. Now, being that these decals are so old, they are going to take a little bit more water than the normal newer ones that you might have. So you're going to see me putting quite a lot of water on. If you've got newer decals, you won't need that much water. And frankly, you don't want to use too much if you don't have to, because it may take the gluey stuff on the back of the decal off if you use way too much. Okay, well, while they're soaking, we're just going to have 2, so we're going to be able to go back and forth. This one, as I said, now needed a little bit more water. I'm going to let that sit for a few more seconds. Till we try and get it off of there. Okay, and I'm going to just blot off a little bit of that water because I can see that there's a bunch on there. Just very gently. You don't want to rub it. You don't want to do too much because either you'll wrinkle your decal or you'll take all the gluey stuff off, like I said. Okay, we're just going to get it where we want it, and then boop, we're going to stamp it right on there, and it should come right off. There we go, easy peasy, like I said. That one done. Moving on. We're going to load this one up with the next one. Get our water on there, and now that we've got them going, we should be able to just go back and forth until we're done. It should go much faster than waiting for each one at a time. And there we go. Now, if you don't want to use decals, if you're good at hand painting flowers on, you want to do that instead, go ahead. You can do whatever you want. They're your nails. But this is the way I did it. And ready to go on there. And there we go. Oh, now see, that one had too much water left on it. So just wipe off on the nail where the water was, and then it should come right off. There we go. And I will blot it down just a little bit. As you can see by my stamper, these are stampers that I don't use for actual stamping anymore because I ruined them. You can see the big cut in the middle of that one where I shoved my nail too far down on there and punched through it. I think I was trying to do the French thing where you put the polish on the stamper and then stick the nail in it, but it went too far. That's typical for me. I generally go too far with everything. But that's how I learn. Okay, and that will be the last one, I believe. Getting that ready to go. Now I like to do it this way rather than just dunking them in the water and then pulling them out of there and sliding them off on my finger. When I used to do them that way, a lot of times they would end up getting wrinkled or I'd rip them. So this is a much easier, safer way to do it. And on we go. That just leaves us with the pinky to finish. Okay, and here we go with that last one. And there it is. Okay, moving on. Now, these butterflies are stickers. These are not decals. These came from Allie. Something that I ordered at some point on there. This was like a freebie that they stuck in with my order, which is nice because these are really pretty and I like them a lot. And they're going to be perfect for this design. But sometimes they do that. Every now and again when you order stuff, they'll just stick some little thing in there for free, which is nice. Sometimes usually it's junk kind of stuff, but occasionally you get something cool that you like these butterflies, for example. And we're just going to put one on each nail. That's the only one I ended up using any of the blue butterflies for. I believe I just used the gold ones on the rest of these. And I know I'm kind of out of shot, but you can see at least the part where the butterfly is. I think this was the worst part of my being out of shot this time. I think the rest of them I did okay this time with. Okay, we've got the gold one on there. Moving on. And I was going to use that one, changed my mind. Went with one of these teeny tiny little gold ones instead. Now this guy here did not want to get off of my tweezers. There we go. And that leaves us with the pinky, which I believe I'm going to use, oh, not the pinky. Where am I going with this? Because I know that other one was the ring finger. I must have skipped over one. Either that or I decided on the pinky to go with the regular sized gold one. I don't know. I'm lucky I managed to get myself through one day at a time anymore. Okay, this has got to be the pinky now. Yep. And I'm going to put this gold one up there on the top because it's going to show up nicely on that glitter. And there we go. They are all on there. Here's where we are so far. Sort of. You can kind of sort of see. And ready for final top coat. I'm using my tempered top on these. Now, if I were going to be wearing these or somebody was going to wear these, I would probably go in with 2 top coats just to make sure that those decals and stickers are sealed in nicely. But since nobody's wearing them, I'm going to just do the one. But I highly recommend you do 2 if you've got stickers or decals like that. Okay, and we almost done. They will go in for their final cure. And there we are, all done. Like I said, I'm pretty happy with how these came out. I like them a lot. If you like them, please give me a like. I'd really appreciate it, and it helps me out a lot. And we're going to be coming up on the finished shot here in a sec. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. I upload a new video every Saturday. That's it for today. See you guys next week. Bye-bye.